Welcome to Subramani. I want to talk to you about travel and how travel forces you to look at life very differently. For me, it is travel. For you, it could be something else. It could be cycling, it could be running, it could be anything where you are forced to introspect on how your life is, because you do travel for long hours. Even if you're in a group, you may be sitting and doing nothing. You may not have connectivity in those places, so you look at that place and say, what a beautiful place, what fantastic scenery, what beautiful trees, and what beautiful people. You go there and you meet those people who are very no, in terms of net worth, they would be nowhere near you, but they would be very happy, very satisfied, running small homestays where they feed you, they're eating with you, their children are eating with you. There is no question of them putting some nonsense in your food to make you addicted. We do all those things, right, to make money. We'd sell anything here in the cities to sell to people and say, okay, buy this, it has tons of salt and sugar, but it is very addicting and it is very good for me as the shareholder. We do that. We sell sugared water, right? So these people live a much simpler life, much better life perhaps, and most importantly, it forces you to introspect, right? So you go there, you reach there in the morning and they ask you, what do you want to have for lunch? And you say something like aloo gobi matar or something like that. He says, okay, acha jara, just get the gobi, get the aloo from the farm, right? So within 2 hours of being cut from the farm, it's lying on your table. The food is there. That's the kind of fresh food that they eat, which is a dream for us, right? So when you taste that food, you look at those people and say, are they happy? You see them working hard, no gym, no nothing, but they take an axe and they cut the wood and try cutting the wood 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, and then some muscles in your body which you didn't even know existed start paining, right? You meet better people. I mean, I'm not even saying better people. You meet people with a completely different lifestyle, and then you see them living in houses which are at least say 50 to 100 meters away from another house, and at least about 1 or 2 kilometers away from a shop. So if you have reached there and you forgot your matchstick or something like that, you just have to make that 4-kilometer walk in the snow, right? So instead of speculating, saying, wow, what a great life, like a friend of mine said, somebody there is sitting and saying, these people have such a great life in Mumbai. All they have to do is call and food is given to them at their doorstep. Life is not so simple for them. Life is a lot of hard work. Life is a lot of governmental interference or indifference. Electricity available only from 7 to 11 in the night. So when you travel to these places, you meet those people. They are normally very healthy, very happy and fresh and full of energy. You realize how much you have, how much good you have, and how much you have to thank God for, right? So some of these things, when you see, you really change your viewpoint and say, let me be grateful to God for the things that He has given me, and the fact that He has taught me to live without them also. So when not having a phone, not having any connectivity is good, because it forces you to sit and talk to those people. The way they feed you, they tell you, okay, and food could be very simple, but it could be very wholesome, it could be fresh, and right. So you go to those places and you realize that people can be completely different from you. Not worry about NAV, not worry about asset allocation, not worry about filing the income tax return, right? Any of those things. They just have some farm, they create some farm income, they run a house stay, and they make some money. Are they making too much money? No, they're not making too much money. Are they making 25,000-30,000 per month? Perhaps, maybe 50,000 per month. And they have those kind of expenses also, but they could be even be making 8,000 and spending 6,000. They have their own farms, they cut the vegetables, they cook it, they give it to you, they make their own wine. Every state in India has a wine which they make, which we don't even know about. You may have heard of Feni in Goa, but similarly Himachal Pradesh and all of them, I don't remember the name of that wine, but yes, you have all that available there, right? So that's how they live. I mean, imagine living with 4 hours of electricity, right? Just from 7 to 11 in the night. You have to charge all your gadgets, etc. They don't, it's not as though they have too many gadgets, but their washing machine goes on at exactly at 7, the heater gets turned on at 7, right? So all those things, because you're talking of -10, -12 kind of temperature, so their heater is switched on. Nowadays, thanks to solar, they have got water heaters which are solar. Maybe they will get room heaters which are solar soon. And I went pre-COVID, so which means 2017-18, when I went to Ladakh, and that's what I saw. I saw Himachal Pradesh. I went during COVID and post-COVID, because during COVID there were 5 of us in the whole forest, and we were sure we couldn't get COVID from the trees, so we went those times also. So going there, meeting people, seeing the scenery, seeing what kind of infrastructure you can create, and what, I mean, I don't think Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are very different from Switzerland, right? But we don't have that kind of infrastructure. We have not created it for whatever reasons. I'm not getting into Congress, BJP, state subject, central subject, but we have not created that kind of infrastructure. But those places are beautiful. Seeing the Himalayas from various sides, right from this side to that side. I mean, you go from the Darjeeling side, you go from Himachal side, anywhere you go, it's a beautiful place to see. And there you meet those people, then you realize what are their priorities, you realize how they eat food, what they eat, what they drink, what schools they go to, and the revolution which something like internet has caused. Because I found a young family where the girl, I think, was in 10th class, and boy, another girl, 2 daughters, 10th class and 6th class, both had an iPad given to them by some traveler. And both those girls were so well informed in that village that a lot of things people would come and ask them. Of course, things must have changed. This is 5-6 years back. Today, I'm sure every house has some kind of a iPad or something. I mean, some Samsung device or some device where they are able to see what is happening in the world, access data, have ambitions. One of those girls there wanted to be a pilot, and she said that, do you know, India has a lot of women pilots compared to even USA or UK. Now this is information, this is reached them, which means she's going to look for a airline training school. So you find those kind of things happening. You find people having a lot of ambition, you find people having a lot of laid back attitude, you find drug addicts, you find all kinds of people, and it forces you to meet them, talk to them, introspect, wonder what you're doing is right or wrong. Whether your money making is right, and whether the products which you are selling is right. It forces you to look at all that. So I do think travel is useful. So if you are a little adventurous, I think you should let your children travel from 8th class onwards. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, maybe they should do short trips away from home for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, but on their own, not with parents. Traveling with parents is easy. If they're going to travel, take them by plane and then taxi and then go through sightseeing tours. No, that's not the kind of travel I'm talking about. Let them backpack, let them stay on shoestring budget, let them stay on youth hostels. Youth hostels are very good, and let them go and explore the world. Let them look at other career and investment opportunities. It's very important for people to do that than just read what the media wants you to read, right? So of course a lot of YouTube channels etc are available which gives you a different thought process, but getting to do all that on your own and reading about it, watching about it, and actually doing it are completely different. So encourage your children to go do all this, and then let them decide. Maybe they'll still do their engineering and MBA, but at least they will know that a world exists outside because of the travel. I think travel opens up your mind, there is no doubt. Travel will open up your children's mind. Maybe one of them will decide to become a conservationalist. So maybe somebody will go into the Indian Forestry Service, maybe somebody will want to become a photographer, right? All these options are available. At least kids will have those options, and you will realize that there is a world outside your NAV and cash flow and all that, and that world is very interesting, very nice. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it's not for me in this birth, maybe we'll do it in the next birth, but the younger generation has a choice, and travel helps you and helps them also realize that these are the options which are available. Check out what you want to do. Thank you.